Hi everyone and welcome back to Mind Review. I'm Sakshi Kaushik and this is the Sisraeli series that you all know is going on at Mind Review जहाँ पे आपकी सिसरेली की बुक का यानी कि द साइकोलॉजी बुक बाय सॉन्ड्रा के सिसरेली Pearson publication. We are covering all the 15 chapters of this particular book. Until now, the first 7 chapters have already been completed. ठीक है, तो जो लोग सो गए थे बीच में, जिन्होंने बाय एनी चांस मिस कर दी थी कोई वीडियो, या आप नए हैं अगर इस चैनल पे एंड यू वांट टू वॉच दोज वीडियोस एज वेल to cover your Sisraeli book in its entirety, then simply go to the description box of this video itself. वहां पे आपको एक प्लेलिस्ट की लिंक मिलेगी, द लिंक ऑफ द सिसरेली सीरीज प्लेलिस्ट. You click on that link and you will get all the videos of this series from day 1 to today. Okay, and all of these have been arranged in sequential order. तो आपको जिसे बोलते हैं दर दर भटकना नहीं पड़ेगा to locate which part of a particular video is where. All right. So today we will be continuing chapter 8. As I've already told you, chapter 8 is an important and a lengthy chapter. So it's part 8 that we will be talking about today. अभी तक के previous parts में हमने काफ़ी चीज़ें development से related discuss की है and जो different stages थी, whether it is prenatal development, whether it was infancy and childhood, we talked a lot of things related to infancy and childhood और toddlerhood, है ना. और हमने काफ़ी सारी नई नई theories भी पढ़ी हैं. So today is the day for another stage of development, that is the adolescence stage. अब adolescent को कई बारी एक teenage stage भी बोला जाता है या फिर उसे teenager भी बोला जाता है adolescent को. ठीक है, an adolescent stage is also known as the teenage state. So when a child is between they're in age group of 12 to say 16-17 years, तो वो जो एज ग्रुप है वो उनका टीनेज ईयर्स है या अडोलेसेंस ईयर्स है. सो अडोलेसेंस में एक जो मेजर चेंज आता है किसी की भी बॉडी में, वो आता है फिजिकल लेवल पे, फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट. ओके, सो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, the child is no longer a child, they are developing slowly and slowly, they are developing into an adult. तो उनके जो primary sexual characteristics होते हैं, the sex organs that are there, okay, testes and ovaries, testes in males and ovaries in females. The secondary sexual characteristics such as boys में beard grow होना, voice deepen होना, hair आना armpit में, all right, and in females also breast development, then their voice becomes a little sweeter and the pitch changes. Not, it doesn't become deeper but the pitch changes. Then there is also hair growth in females. So all of these secondary sexual developments and primary sexual developments are taking place in the teenager, in the adolescence. So that is about their physical development. Now I will not go into very details of what kind of primary sexual characteristics and secondary sexual characteristics are there, because I hope that you all have already studied these in your school time. So if at all you do not remember what is there, open the book and read just this portion. Okay, if you don't remember, if you have an idea, well and good, because it is not very frequently asked in examinations. Okay, the next kind of development that occurs during the adolescence period is also the cognitive development. अब भाई बच्चे का जो बड़ा हो के अब टीनेजर बन रहा है, उसका कॉग्निशन भी चेंज होगा. सो इफ यू गो बैक टू वन पर्सन जिसकी थ्योरी हमने पढ़ी थी, पियाजे, या डू यू गाइज रिमेंबर, आई टोल्ड यू टू वॉच द वीडियो ऑफ पियाजे एंड वाइगॉट्स्की. ठीक है, सो पियाजे ने कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट की थ्योरी दी थी एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम the adolescent is at the formal operation stage. So Piaget talked about 4 stages in his theory. ठीक है, सेंसरी मोटर, प्री ऑपरेशनल, देन कॉन्क्रीट ऑपरेशनल एंड फाइनली फॉर्मल ऑपरेशनल. So according to Piaget, the adolescents are at the highest level of cognitive development for him, that is the formal operational stage, जहाँ पे abstract thinking होती है, यानी कि the individual is able to imagine things या think about things that do not exist in reality. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कंसिडर द वर्ड इंडिपेंडेंस. अब ये जो वर्ड इंडिपेंडेंस है, ये काफी एब्स्ट्रैक्ट वर्ड है. आई कैन नॉट शो यू दिस थिंग इन पिक्चर, यू कैन जस्ट इमेजिन इट और फील इट. ठीक है, सो दैट्स व्हाट एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंकिंग टॉक्स अबाउट. Other things that happen during the teenage years in case of cognitive development according to Piaget itself, is your personal fable and imaginary audience. So पर्सनल फैबल क्या होता है कि हर टीनेजर को लगता है कि मैं जिस सिचुएशन से गुजर रहा हूँ वो मेरे से बहुत ज़्यादा यूनिक है and nobody else will understand what I am going through. So you will find a lot of teenagers arguing with their caregivers or parents or siblings that you just don't understand my situation right now, don't talk to me, you just don't understand me, ठीक है, आप मुझे समझते ही नहीं हो. सो दैट इज पर्सनल फैबल. दे थिंक कि जिस सिचुएशन में वो है सिर्फ वही उस चीज को फेस करें एंड नोबडी एल्स हैज एवर फेस्ड इट और विल फेस इट और इज फेसिंग इट एंड दे आर द प्रॉब्लम इज यूनिक फॉर देम. ऑलराइट. एंड देन देयर इज ऑल्सो इमेजिनरी ऑडियंस. इमेजिनरी ऑडियंस में उनको हर वक्त ये लगता रहता है दैट समबडी इज ऑब्जर्विंग देम, सो दे बिकम एक्सट्रीमली सेल्फ कॉन्शियस. कोई भी काम करते हुए उनको बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्शियसनेस फील होता है बिकॉज दे constantly within their mind itself, in their cognitions itself, they are considering that somebody is watching me. ठीक है. तो आपने फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट देखा एडोलेसेंस के फेज में, कॉग्निटिव डेवलपमेंट देखा, एंड देन टुडे दैट one more development that we will be talking about for adolescence is moral development. Okay, so morals क्या होते हैं? एक set of values, एक set of personal beliefs होता है जिसके अकॉर्डिंग आप किसी भी चीज को right और wrong जज करते हो या fair और unfair जज करते हो. So related to moral development, one famous, very very famous name in fact is Lawrence Kohlberg. इस नाम को आपको याद रखना है. और लॉरेंस कोलबर्ग ने मॉरल डेवलपमेंट की थ्योरी दी थी जिसको हम अभी डिस्कस करेंगे. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉरेंस कोलबर्ग देयर आर 3 लेवल्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट ऑफ मोरालिटी. ठीक है, 3 लेवल्स होते हैं मोरालिटी की डेवलपमेंट के. सबसे पहला जो लेवल होता है वो होता है प्री कन्वेंशनल लेवल. The second level that is there is our conventional level, जहाँ पे most of the adolescents are there and also most adults are at this stuck at this conventional level only. But adolescents तो conventional level of moral development पे ही होते हैं. And the third level according to Kohlberg is your post conventional level. So these are the 3 levels of morality. और कोलबर्ग ने यही बोला है कि भाई जो बहुत ज्यादा यंग बच्चे होते हैं बिफोर द एज ऑफ द टीनेज, these people are at the pre-conventional stage of morality, जहां पे उनके लिए कोई भी एक्शन मॉरल तभी होगा अगर उस एक्शन को रिवॉर्ड किया जा रहा है. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई डिड माई होमवर्क एंड द टीचर गेव मी अ चॉकलेट और did some sort of a clapping for me or gave me verbal praises, any kind of reward for doing that homework. So the child will think that okay, this action was moral, this action was right, completing my homework is a good thing. Okay, but on the other hand, if I beat up some child or some friend of mine in my classroom and in return the teacher scolds me very harshly and also gives me punishment, that means that action was not rewarded. So the child would judge that action as bad, कि पता है उस बच्चे ने क्या किया, इतना बुरा किया, वो बुरा बच्चा है, something like that. Okay, so they the very very young children, they judge any action as being moral or immoral based on whether that action is being rewarded or not. And that is why they are still at the very initial stage of moral development, that is the pre-conventional stage. Okay. So you can also frame it as that your judgment is based on the consequences, कि reward मिलेगा या punishment मिलेगी, उसके basis पे बच्चे judge कर रहे हैं. Okay. Then we have the conventional level of morality, जहाँ पे आपके ज्यादातर adolescents आपको मिलेंगे and most of the adults are also stuck at this conventional stage of morality. यहाँ पे किसी भी action को moral या immoral judge किया जाता है on the basis of whether that action conforms to the rules of the society or not. And we already know what do we call the rules of society as, the term is norms. तो जो हमारे अनसेट रूल्स होते हैं सोसाइटी के, जिनको हम नॉर्म्स कहते हैं, अगर एक इंडिविजुअल एक ऐसा एक्शन करता है जो नॉर्म्स में फिट इन हो रहे हैं वो एक्शन, then that action will be moral according to an individual who is at the conventional stage. But if the individual does not conform to the norms, okay, if the individual is doing something that the society does not accept of, then that action would not be moral. So a very recent example that I can give you that has been going on in the society for a very long time, especially in India, is the live-in relationships. Nowadays, I believe that it is mostly acceptable by a lot of section of the community. But say a few months back or a few years back, when live-in relationship was a new concept, so at that point of time, a lot of people who were there at the conventional stage of morality, probably, they judged that action of living together with a partner before marriage as being immoral. Why? Because that was not conforming to the rules of society. It was very, very different from what usually happens in a society. In a society, two people could only live together if they are married, otherwise, they could not. So, that was the rule of society. But now the rule was being broken, and hence the action was being considered as immoral because it was not conforming. Okay, so that would be your conventional stage. And finally, the highest order of morality development is the post conventional stage. तो यहाँ पे बहुत कम adult population पाई जाएगी. Those who are actually self developed, those who understand how things are going on, they would be there on the in the post conventional stage. So यहाँ पे they would be determining morality by experiences and judgments of the person, even if the norms are not followed. So that means post conventional stage में हम जो society के rules हैं उन पे इतना focus नहीं कर रहे हैं. We are not focusing on whether the person is following those norms or not. Rather, we are focusing on the experiences of that person only. We are considering whether that, according to that person, according to that situation, was the action correct or not. ठीक है, तो इस चीज को बेसिकली, इस थ्योरी को डेवलप करने के लिए कोलबर्ग ने एक हाइंस डिलेमा भी दिया था. सो हाइंस डिलेमा के बारे में यू कैन प्रोबेबली रीड अबाउट. इट्स एन इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग. और इफ यू वांट टू study this moral development theory in very, very detail, because all of these three stages also have further two levels. Okay, and if you want to know what this Heinz dilemma was, then what you can do is, I have already created a video on morality or moral development theory by Kohlberg. You can just go and watch that video. I'll try and link it here somewhere, or I'll try and put it in the comment section if you want to watch it. ठीक है, but Cicerelli की book में it has been covered in brief, so we are also doing it in brief only. So if you want to go in very, very detail, only then watch that if you are interested. Otherwise, you can be good to go with this much knowledge also at the moment. ठीक है? So ये हुई आपकी moral development की theory by Kohlberg, your pre-conventional, conventional and post-conventional stages. अब ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता कि कोई थ्योरी आए और उसकी क्रिटिसिज्म ना आए, है ना? तो देयर वर आल्सो क्रिटिसिज्म्स फॉर कोलबर्ग्स थ्योरी. और मेजर क्रिटिसिज्म इस नाम ने की है कैरल गिलिगन. सो यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस नेम आल्सो. समटाइम्स इन एग्जामिनेशंस इट कम्स कि हु क्रिटिसाइज्ड कोलबर्ग्स थ्योरी. ओके, सो इट इज कैरल गिलिगन. कैरल गिलिगन ने क्या बोला है कि भाई कोलबर्ग की जो थ्योरी है वो काफी ज्यादा मेल ओरिएंटेड है and it is biased towards Western culture. So why did she say that? Because Kohlberg के जो participants थे for the study, या the basic people whom he tested his theory on or studied his theory on, they were males and they were from Western culture. So therefore Carol Gilligan said that how can you generalize these stages of moral development across the world? It is not possible, because you have already only tested on males, and that too from the Western culture. So therefore that is a major criticism of this theory. Keep in mind. ठीक है? And the last thing that we will be talking about today is psychosocial development in adolescents. ठीक है? तो ये चीजें अब हमें ज्यादा डिटेल में करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, क्योंकि चाइल्डहुड एंड इन्फेंसी का करते वक्त वो जो स्टेज था वो करते वक्त हम ऑलरेडी ये थ्योरीज कवर कर चुकी हैं. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट साइकोसोशल डेवलपमेंट, सो एज वी ऑलरेडी टॉक्ड अबाउट इन एरिक एरिक्सन्स थ्योरी, है ना? आई होप यू ऑल रिमेंबर, लास्ट टाइम ही हमने वो चीज कवर की है. तो एरिक एरिक्सन के अकॉर्डिंग द अडोलेसेंट वुड बी एट विच स्टेज? द अडोलेसेंट वुड बी एट आइडेंटिटी वर्सेस रोल कंफ्यूजन. द अडोलेसेंट और द टीनेजर would be trying to understand what their role is, what their identity is, who they actually are. Okay, and you could also see some kind of parent-teen conflict happening over there, majorly because of that personal fable that we talked about, because teenager thinks that nobody would understand the situation they are going through. Other thing is the teenager is not able to understand their own selves also, so there are a lot of parent-teen conflicts that happen. All right, So let's keep this video till here and make sure that you have already subscribed to the channel. अभी तक नहीं किया है तो देरी किस बात की, अभी कर दो, ठीक है? And we'll meet tomorrow with another video, another part of this chapter, and I'll try and cover this chapter in maximum next 2 or 3 parts, and then we'll start with your next chapter, that is motivation and emotion. ठीक है? Till then, keep studying and watching Mind Review. Bye bye everybody and take care.